Hi everyone, my name is Nikolai Pavlov and I'll tell you the tales and stories of Russia's indigenous peoples. For all and each of you, my friends, let a tale a lesson teach. In today's video, I'll share with you a short story from the Altai culture called Maany. It's actually a really fascinating story. I really liked it myself, so hopefully you like it too. Let's go! Once upon a time, in the old days, in the Altai mountains, there lived Maany, a magical, beautiful beast. She was the most successful hunter in the mountains and valleys of Altai. Maany was as big as the biggest cedar tree and stronger than any animal that lived in the world. Years went by and Maany wanted to have children. However, as many seasons changed, Maany couldn't find a partner of her own kind. Maany knew that she was getting older and without a partner she couldn't have children. That upset her a lot, and she grew ever so sad as days passed. Fortunately for her, the spirits of Altai had heard her pleas and gifted Maany with 6 children over the next 6 springs. Her firstborn son was a kitten. Maany provided him with the best care and food she could possibly find. "Oh, my little son, grow up as strong and as big as me," she said, hoping the kitten will grow up like her. The cat, of course, didn't grow as big, but he learned to purr real cute and rub around the mother's legs. The next year, Maany had the second child, a badger. He grew a little bigger than the cat, but turned out grumpy and sullen, preferring to spend time alone. During the day, he sat at home, and at night went into the forest and dug holes in the ground. The third son was a wolverine. He ate a lot, but was never full, although he devoured pretty much everything he could find. He also loved to climb trees, and once fell off a branch, breaking his legs. And because of that, his legs became short and bowed. Maany's fourth child was a lynx. The daughter grew up beautiful and gracile, but was quite timid, getting spooked from any noise in the forest. The fifth child was a snow leopard, fast, agile, strong and attractive. The son loved climbing the highest of the mountains, jumping from a cliff to cliff. And finally, the next spring, Maany had her sixth child, a tiger. He became a fearless hunter, could swim as fast as his mother, ran faster than all of Maany's other children, and he could track his prey for days, hiding in the forest. He was a proud, strong, and the most fearless animal in the forest. Every time he roared, others froze in fear. Despite none of her children resembling her, and nobody being as big and strong as her, Maany still loved them all. She knew that when she died, her children will carry the memories about her and pass along her name to future generations. One day, Maany called all her children and told them she was hungry and asked each of them to bring some food. The eldest son, the cat, ran into the forest to get his mom food. He was there for 3 days and finally came back with a mouse in his teeth. Maany laughed at the mouse, but knowing that the cat had done his best, still thanked him for his effort and said, "My son, the forest isn't really for you. You're cute and you're small. Your purring is pleasant to ears and you catch mice. I believe you'll be better off living with humans, helping and entertaining them. So please go and live with the man." And so the cat left the forest and went to live with humans. When it came to the turn of the second son, the badger, he didn't even bother leaving. Just dug up a hole in the ground, grabbed a little snake, and gave it to his mom. Maany became angry. "I'm not eating these worms. Go do it yourself. Live alone under the ground." And the badger left, built himself a hole in which he spent the day, and at night he came out to dug the ground, looking for snakes, worms, and other insects. Then it was the turn of the wolverine. Wolverine ran into the forest and was absent for a week, but came back only with a pile of deer bones, which he had killed and ate a few days earlier. The wolverine was so greedy that he couldn't bring the meat to his mother. Devouring the meat completely, and bringing the remains to his mother. Maany was furious, of course, and told the Wolverine that from now on, him and his children would be running around the forest, always hungry, looking for the remains of dead animals and eating the bones. It was the lynx's turn next. She ran into the forest and brought a small deer. Maany was happy with her and said, "Well done, my daughter. You've got sharp eyesight, and your ears can hear the slightest noises in the forest floor. That's why you should go live in the thick forest and hunt small animals that live there." The next was the snow leopard. Maany couldn't even finish his sentence and the snow leopard had already taken off. He climbed the highest peaks and caught the fastest ibex there is and brought it back to his mother. Maany was extremely pleased, and then she told her son, "Leopard, I see that you are fast, agile, and incredibly stealthy. I believe you are well suited to live among the highest peaks there are, even those higher than the Altai mountains. That is why I want you to go live in the Himalayas and be the king of the mountains." And the snow leopard listened to his mother and left the Altai in search of the higher mountains in which he would live. When it came to the turn of her younger son, the tiger ran off to the forest and was absent for a couple of days. When he returned, however, Maany became incredibly upset because the tiger had killed and brought back the dead human. "Oh my God, my son, what did you do? I told you that you should never ever kill a man, because if you kill a man, other men will come after you and they will kill you and your children. No matter how weak they seem, they're smart and cunning creatures. Now, because you killed the human, you've become their enemy. Now the only way for you to stay safe is to leave the Altai and go live in the southern jungle, where you can hide from humans using the stripes you have. Beware, my son, humans will be always fascinated by your beautiful coat, and they will also hunt you for that. Stay away from humans and go live deep in the jungle from now on." And so like that, Maany sent all her children away to live in other places. Her grandchildren and their grandchildren ended up settling in other lands. Some of them now live in far, far away lands. After Maany's children spread around the world, and Maany herself became old and eventually died, her children carried the memories about her and passed along her name to future generations. And even today, every animal knows about Maany, and sometimes at night, one can hear animals singing the songs about Maany and remembering her name. Alright, so this was a story from the Altai people who live predominantly in Russia's Altai Republic, a pretty famous place globally actually, thanks to its beautiful mountain ranges and lakes. I was very fortunate to have traveled to the Altai, and when I was there, for example, I thought it was a lot similar to Western Canada in many ways. The indigenous Altaians are a Turkic people. Despite encountering the three major world religions, Islam, Christianity, and Buddhism, the Altai people kept their traditional faith, shamanism. So it's a fascinating place culturally and absolutely beautiful. If you like to go outdoors, if you like hiking and camping, then you would definitely love it in the Altai. Hopefully you liked the Altai tale Maany. If you randomly stumbled upon my channel and liked the content, I urge you to Google the word Altai and Altai people and discover a thing or two about these fascinating people. If you're interested in hearing more stories and tales from Russia's indigenous peoples, as well as learn a little bit about them, please subscribe, ask questions in the comment section, and stay tuned for more videos. Until then, goodbye!